So how do we want to make the employees want it? This is, again, one of the things we just spoke about, the leadership buy-in. If your leadership is not participating and posting their takeaways and starting conversation with all the other employees, most likely the buy-in is going to be very low compared to the companies we've seen that the leadership is pushing it and participating. Gamification is another cool little thing where we can incorporate some games or prizes, scoreboard, etc., post it on the company website or send an email at the beginning of every week or before the weekly staff meeting where everybody is in terms of the scoreboard of their training. Now, one of the other things we do is recommend to our clients to have like a simple, even $10 gift certificate once a week to the employee that participated the most with a recognition that comes with it. There's a lot of things that can be done on top of it. For example, interactive training. We spoke about that before. Make sure that this is not just boring videos or lectures. It has to be some online training and little tests, tricks, and again, engage with the users a little bit more. Regular updates. You want to make sure that the content is fresh. Training somebody, I don't know if you guys remember from even the sex education classes from back in middle school or whatever, whenever you guys took it. My video in 500 years ago when I watched was in black and white, and my kids' video that they watched in class, part of their sex ed, was all fuzzy and pixelated with people that are dressed like they're in the 70s or 80s. That is not up-to-date content. Cybersecurity is not always exciting. You want to make it exciting as much as possible. Stay up to date with regular updates. If you're producing your own content or engage with a company that gives the content to you, you want to make sure it's crisp, clear, with up-to-date information. You want to make sure you also talk about the personal relevance of that education. Again, prevent your employees from a breach to their own personal information. Incentives and rewards, we spoke about that as well. Simple things like badges or little trophies once a month. You can get those for like $20. People put it on their desk, and once a month you give it, you hand it to somebody with a box of candy or something like that. Recognize your people, incentivize them, give them small rewards, goes a long way. Peer learning, another thing, another method, tool that works very well, we've seen over the years. It can be very powerful motivator as well, as opposed to a boring lecture potentially that you bring somebody once a year to scare everybody or to educate them. A lot of things change in a year, but peer learning, if you have a peer group, for example, or you divide your 20 employees into groups of 5, and one person needs to educate the other groups every week or every month with a new topic, make it interesting, make them be involved in that more. The clear communication part of it, very important to understand, to make them understand the importance of cybersecurity and their impact. Everybody can be the weakest link. Any employee from top management to anybody that has access to the building, not even to a computer, can be the biggest threat of the company. We want to make sure that we explain and give examples of how the cleaning crew, for example, can actually cause a breach by not securing physically the building or the doors after they lock, and there's a server going out of the building that nobody knows about. Feedback mechanism, one of the other things that we spoke about more in details now, to make sure that you're engaging with your employees, with your team, make sure that you get their feedback, because again, it's not always fun, but if you can hear their voice and make them understand that you care and actually do something about their feedback, I would highly recommend you incorporate that as well. And of course, celebrating the success. If somebody is the top scorer of the company in the training quizzes, for example, or if somebody participated in most education, CLE classes, whatever it is, recognize them, celebrate their success. This is something that you want to bring to the table to make them want it more.